Hey y'all, good morning, good evening, good night. This is a great day. Once again, we are here with All Photos Considered. I am Jewel Wilson Murphy. You all remember, if you mention my name, you will receive 10% off your photo and or your media need. So again, good morning. We just thank you. Good afternoon, good night. We never, ever know what time it will be when you watch us, but we're glad that you stopped by, and we're glad that you are making comments, that you're subscribing, that you are liking, and that you are sharing the segments. And so once again, we have a goal, and our goal is to get 200 subscriptions, and we wanted to do that within a year of us being here, being in your living rooms, being on your apparatuses that you watch us on. So can you all continue to help us do that? We're only about 36 maybe folks away. So will you help us do that within the next 30 days, get more subscriptions? Our goal was 200 and we're almost there, but we definitely need your help. And so again, once again, we are here and we're excited about our segment today. Oftentimes we don't know exactly where it's going to lead, but today I kind of want to stay where we've been, and that's about being holistic. Being holistic and taking care of ourselves from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet. And right now, as I said in last week's segment, it is National Mental Health Awareness Month. Are you aware of your mental health status? Are you aware of your physical status? Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. They all work hand in hand. It's like a big sandwich. Like I say oftentimes, it's like a big hoagie. You stack it. Are you okay mentally? Are you okay physically? Are you okay emotionally and or spiritually? Let's work on that. Let's talk about that just for a little bit. Let's chit and chat about our hurts, hang-ups, and habits regarding those things. So I just believe if you're physically okay, then all the other things will fall into line. If you're spiritually okay, fall into line. If you're emotionally okay, same thing. But today, we just want to remind us of our mental wellness. Our mental wellness means that we're going to check ourselves. We're going to tap into those resources that will help us be mentally okay. We read the newspapers often about people hurting themselves and or others. We may have some coworkers and some loved ones that we see being challenged, maybe depressed, maybe having some anxiousness about something, maybe some things that we can't even identify, some diagnoses that have not been diagnosed. But again, every single thing that we need, you all, it is in our community. All we have to do is to tap into those resources. You can call 211. They'll help you, link you with those resources that you need. We shared some information a couple of weeks ago about health insurance via a community resource. Again, that information is, I think, about 2 segments ago. So that might mean you have to go back and watch that segment. We're good with that. And get the information that we shared. And then this week, we're going to share again the same information we shared last week. Why? Because we want to know the naked truth about mental health, mental wellness. And so next is when you watch this, we'll be about 2 days away from meeting together, from coming together to talk about mental wellness. Will you meet us at Mount Zion Progressive Missionary Baptist Church, 955 20th Street South, where we're going to have a layer. We're going to have a 3-tier cake, if you will. If you think about a 3-tier cake, a wedding cake, we're marrying the community. It's a community conversation about those hurts, hang-ups, and habits that we don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about our Uncle Bobby who has a diagnosis of schizophrenia. We don't want to talk about our Auntie Sally that may have a diagnosis of bipolar. Or we get anxious sometimes when situations come up and we don't know how to handle them personally. We may have a situation of anxiousness. Sometimes our mental health statuses may be situational and we can walk through them. There's so many ways to do that, and that's what we're going to talk about on May 10th at 6:30 p.m. We're going to talk about those people who have mental health diagnoses. Some may be walking through it with medication. Some may be walking through it with prayer. Some may be walking through it with meditation. We don't know, but what we do know is that they are successful in their mental wellness journey. And so we're asking you, and we're asking you to ask someone else to come and be a part of this community conversation as we chit and chat about those things that are uncomfortable, those things that are our hurts. We've been hurt, so we might have a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress. We've been discussing about some things, so we might have just hidden it under the rug, if you will, so our hurt. And then we have a hang up because we don't want to tell on it. We want to keep it a secret. But you all remember, our secrets keep us sick. And so what we're going to do is we're going to uncover the naked truth, our hurt, our hang-ups, our habits. Our habits may be to say, hey, I know something's going on, but we don't want to talk about it. Well, if you watch the news and you pay attention to the news, as we often do, if you watch the news and read the newspaper or whatever your means of knowing what's going on in our society, in our world, then you know that mental health is still a thing. And it's becoming a ginormous thing because oftentimes we're not telling the naked truth. And so as we talk about being physically well, we're talking about being emotionally well, spiritually well. This week, we want to lay our hats on being mentally well. Will you meet us? All photos considered. Jewel Wilson Murphy will be there at 955 20th Street South on May 10th at 6:30 p.m. The audience, we need you. Our platform guests, they need your support. They would love to have a conversation with you. You'll have the opportunity to ask any question that you want to ask. This is a great day. Again, I am here with All Photos Considered. You got a photo need, a media need? This is the place you need to be. You will get 10% off if you mention my name, Jewel Wilson Murphy. Have a great, wonderful May and a great day.